Today I'm going to find the average rate of change. Average rate of change on the interval specified for real numbers b, b not equal to -2. They give us the function h of x equals 2x squared plus 3. Our interval is -2b. We know it's an interval and not an ordered pair because it's got square brackets. Okay, so those are both my inputs. So I can find h of -2 which is going to give me 4 times 2 is 8 plus 3, or 11. So I have 1 point at -2, 11. And then I'm going to find h of b for the other point. So my other point is b, 2b squared plus 3. The average rate of change is the slope between these two endpoints. Doesn't matter what my curve looks like. It's these two endpoints, and I find the slope of those two endpoints. And we all know the slope y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So 2b squared plus 3 minus 11 over b minus -2. That's my average rate of change. Of course, I have to simplify it. Keep simplifying until it cannot be simplified further. That means, of course, you have to factor. And I get my average rate of change as 2 times the quantity b minus 2. I'm going to work another problem for us. Find the average rate of change on the interval x and x plus h for real numbers h. And they give me the function g of x equals 1 over x minus h. So my points are x and 1 over x minus 1 and 1 over x plus h minus 1. So now I find the slope between these 2 points. 1 over, oops, sorry, this isn't written down right. This is x plus h, comma, 1 over x plus h minus 1. There we go. One over x plus h minus 1 minus 1 over x minus 1. That's my numerator. Difference in y's. X plus h minus x. That's my denominator. And of course I need to simplify this. You'll notice I have fractions in my numerator, not in my denominator. In order to combine these fractions, in order to simplify, I have to find my least common denominator, build to my least common denominator, and then simplify. My least common denominator for my numerator is x plus h minus 1 times x minus 1. So this first fraction I'm going to multiply by x minus 1. X minus 1 times 1 over x minus 1, x plus h minus 1 times x minus 1, minus 1 times x plus h minus 1 over x minus 1 times x plus h minus 1. So this is just my numerator. I've built it to common denominators in the numerator, and now I can combine these. In my denominator, I'm going to have just h. X minus 1 minus x plus h minus 1 all over x plus 1, x plus h minus 1 times x minus 1 all over h. Distribute my negative. Combine like terms. X minus h, cancel, x minus x, negative 1 plus 1, negative h. So this gives me negative h over x plus 1 minus 1 times x minus 1, and that whole thing over h, which of course is a division problem, dividing fractions. I make my h in my denominator look like a fraction, and I multiply by the reciprocal, x plus h minus 1 times x minus 1 times 1 over h, and this will give me negative 1 over x plus h minus 1 times x minus 1.